What's up, comic amigos, and welcome back to the Team Nerd Herd Podcast Top Pick Show. And yo, what's up? We got a special guest. We have Sweeney Boo. What's she doing on our show? That's what I'm saying. So what's up, Sweeney? Tell us a little bit about yourself. I don't think the world has to know, but let them know anyway.
So, hey everyone, I'm Sweeney Boo. I'm a comic artist. I live in Montreal, Canada. I work on Marvel Action Captain Marvel for IDW, and I just did a graphic novel for Boo Studios called Eat and Love Yourself. And I pass on the mic to Alonzo.
What up, nerds? This is Alonzo, aka Comics and Pops, your comic book nerd as well as pop culture fanatic. All right, taking it over to JR.
This is Rogue's Law, JR, your comic book nerd, Marvel nerd, Star Wars nerd. I'm going to pass it off over to, let's go Nick.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Nick here, Firestone Comics, your Marvel nerd and comic book condition snob. I'm going to pass the mic over to Steve. What's up, Steve?
What's going on, Nick? What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Steve, aka Hip Hop's In Me, and I'm your 1/12 scale collector, your comic book lover, and a pop culture fan of everything in the 80s. So let's pass it back on over to Ian.
And what's up, guys? My name is Ian. You can catch me at Hood Rat Comics over on Instagram. I'm just your flea market and junk pile lover. But let's get it started with a little top picks. And we're going to start with Steve. What you got today, Steve?
So opening in the top picks for my mail call or picks for this week, I'm going to go with Aftershock Comics, Lonely Receiver. This is writer Zach Thompson and artist Jen Hickman, and a brief synopsis that Aftershock kind of left. I mean, I'm anticipating this book. I love independent books, but I love a lot of horror genre, so I'm totally awaiting this book to come out. So basically, the synopsis basically goes over, it's a new series of two things that everybody can understand all too well: a bad breakup and spending too much time on the phone. So put them together, and what you got is the answer. It seems the near future tech dystopia story of a Lonely Receiver. So it's basically a breakup in question takes place between a video producer, Karen Vander, and her artificial AI that's lived in her phone for about a decade. So
Damn.
And they suddenly disappear after she suddenly disappears after disconnecting without any warning. Particularly, just an intense fight that might have happened. And so now it's just, it's like a psycho thriller that you're getting to see her perspective and what's going on in this bad breakup. And it's something, a new direction that I kind of want to take a look at. I want to see if, a lot of these independent books have great writers and great startups. And, I can totally see some of a lot of these scary story series come up in possibly Netflix or Amazon. I mean, these are just good independent books that are coming out, and I really like where they're going in this direction. I mean, it's great to have Marvel, IDW, and DC, and all these other books that we've come to know and love, but when it comes down to the independent tip, I'm all for it. So they also have another cover. It's a 1 in 15th cover, and I actually particularly like this cover art. I like the first cover as well. Each has a very vibrant color. The art, it looks amazing. So I'm really amped and ready to go for this book. So
Yeah, it sounds dope, bro. It sounds like something that might be happening
I know so well about breakups.
And
Bye, guys.
I was about to hey, Steve, I heart you, just so you know. I heart you. So, you can always give me a call. Just saying.
Right back at you.
I heart you with a bunch of cuddles, bro. You and JR.
Virtual hug.
This takes ghosting to a new level, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Hey, JR. I mean, I'm going to be the big spoon. If we're going to do the pot,
just stay away from my Eddie.
Oh, hey. Did you get a text message?
Eddie can be shared. Don't worry. All right, guys. Moving on to me. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man.
And, I'm going with Miles Morales, my favorite character of them all. I just got to say, if you don't have this on your pull, man, you better get this on your pull quick, because Miles is pretty hot. But this is a continuation of the new arc of Outlaw. This is following, the Outlaw series where teen superheroes have been outlawed after destroying half of New York City while protecting a social and environmental activist from an assassination. During these big events, Kamala Khan was injured, but she wasn't dressed as Miss Marvel, so they don't even know that the person that's sitting in the hospital is Miss Marvel. But because she's hurt, they actually created a law called the Kamala law, outlawing anybody that's under 21 years old from being a superhero. This is I'm really enjoying this. It's all going to lead up to Champions, which me, Alonzo, and all of us have been kind of like prodding everybody to start collecting. And I think it's a great story, and I think this is going to be awesome because there's actually going to be a new character in this. So if you're at your so everybody should be calling their local LCS and trying to reserve both these copies. But what I'm really into this for is this second the cover B, which is the Raza cover.
That copy is hot.
It's hot, man. Come on, it's hot like Northern California right now, bro. Like it's awesome.
Burning up.
It's burning. Like look at little Billy right there, man. With her little I mean, all of us who are fathers, we know this cup, right, Alonzo?
Oh yeah,
the little
for sure.
sippy cup, man. Like how can you not love this cover? Like it's dope, man. It's like,
so
I love
not
that she's wearing the goggles.
I
That's
know,
not
right?
Carlos from it's not Carlos from the what do you call it movies? The that's what I thought it was.
Carl.
No, I mean it's maybe it's Carlos. I don't know, man, but it's Billy, and I just love it because my kid was where Billy was with the little sippy cup and the little frog, except his sippy cup had a Spider-Man on it. So yeah, so it's a great cover, and I think it's a classic Miles cover that everybody should get a couple copies of. Besides, if you're not getting this on your pull list, you should be putting this on your pull list now, getting all the covers because Miles is blowing up and he has a lot more room to blow up too. But moving on to my next cover, like I'm always going to give you guys a heads up on some covers that I'm kind of digging this week. I got to go with this, man.
Ooh, Jukes.
Root,
Love
and
me
this is
some
by
Pac.
right, and this is by Francis Vallejo, and you gotta love it, man. This is it's supposed to be Pac and Omar Epps, and a lot of us grew up on hip hop, and we grew up urban, and this was one of my favorite movies, Juice, and Tupac was my all-time favorite hip hop artist because not only was he great at his trade, but he was also a promoter for social justice. So you guys should be calling LCS and try and get this reserved. But I don't know, man. Like if you didn't put a FOC in, I don't know if you're gonna get it or not. But try and it doesn't hurt to call, right?
Yeah, these covers go. I mean, sold out right away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you had that Purple Rain, and then you had what was the last
City.
one? New Jack City was awesome. They did the Virgin for that, so I anticipate they'll do the Virgin for this maybe later down the road. And just picture it. I mean, it looks great now, but as a Virgin, I mean, you just get the whole scope. So Bitterroot has some awesome covers, and the storyline's awesome, man. I'm digging.
Oh man, I know, right? But I mean, besides this cover, this is one of the best reads there is right now. Following the N.C.B.D family, man, it's just awesome. It's just an awesome read, and we're only at number 10. So you can actually buy the trades, right? There's a trade out there, right? JR, you bought a trade?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can catch up quick, it won the Eisenhower, right, over at San Diego Comic-Con. So you're getting double your money for this, like you're getting a great cover, and you're being introduced to a great story if you're not reading this. But moving on, we're gonna see what JR got for us. What do you got, JR?
So this is Empire number 6. I believe this is the last issue of Empire. There may be one after us, but this is pretty close to the dramatic end of Empire. Short story: Kree and the Skrulls team up to fight everyone, pretty much. The Kati or the Koti or whatever they're called are the plant-based. They're fighting, trying to exterminate Earth. There's somebody that's hidden as Billy from Hulkling from the Young Avengers. He is now the Emperor, but it's not really Billy. We don't know who it is that has detonated the sun or sent something to detonate the sun. So they're basically trying to exterminate Earth. Both sides are. And like I said, we're getting right to the end of this. It's got several covers. This is
one of my
always a
favorites
classic, the Kirby-esque cover. You
Homage,
can
I love
never
it.
go.
Jim Cho, right? This is a Jim Cho
Yeah.
cover. Yeah,
It's Jim Cho, but it's obviously very Kirby-esque.
definitely.
And then I think there's one more we got. And mind you, this is 3 out of like 7 or something. And yeah,
I kind of
Captain
like
Marvel
this
here.
one.
Yeah, this
kinda
one is.
like it.
Cover is
I think this is-
beautiful.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised they don't have her with the Ronan the Accuser weapon.
Right?
But maybe something's happening in Captain Marvel. Maybe in her own book,
Yeah, it's
she
possible.
passes that off to somebody else. We don't know.
I mean, does she really need it? Look at that fist. I mean, she give you 5
She-
across her eyes, and it's over.
She doesn't need a hammer.
No.
She can
don't
lay
need
the
that.
smack down without a hammer.
Oh yeah, just a
Uh,
look, just possibly even a look. I mean, I might
Yeah,
be scared shitless.
but this is another, like we said, beautiful cover.
Yeah.
Like there's several many out there, but I'll pass it off to Nick with his next pick.
Yeah, so this week we have another Ice Cream Man, the second printing, Ice Cream Man 20. These Dr. Seuss covers, at least the Ice Cream Man first print of number 20 has been blowing up. If you look back at most of the Ice Cream Man issues, all of them are blowing up. They have some really cool covers. This one's going to be hard to find. It's going to be under ordered, so I'd pick it up now.
The storyline. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying this is a pure spec play for me.
Oh yeah. The storyline. I mean, I hear the story was dark, man. I haven't gotten into it. Luckily, I have this week off, thank God, and I'm going to read some comics. But from what I've heard from people, it's a pretty dark story. So I can't wait.
Yeah, and man, it's like no matter how much you tell people to order before FOC, they're not. So this is going to be totally under ordered, man. I just see it like they were. I saw in a lot of groups like, oh man, like you guys are just blowing up FOC. I'm like, bro, there are people who order before FOC and there are people who like to hunt after. That's just the way the world is. Like you're either one or the other. So
And
like
this is a pretty quick turnaround from issue 1. The first print. So I mean, the first print came out 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
and
that.
and people were blowing that cover up before FOC too, and it was still under ordered. Like it's crazy. So. But again, call your LCS, man. Call them. They probably have 5 extra. So get on that list, right?
Yeah, and if this isn't tugging on your nostalgic strings, I don't know what is. I mean, you got to. The first cover, I had it checked in, and I was like, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna keep it on there.
I know, man. This is.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a friend who gave this to me after when I graduated from college. Man, it was like the best thing ever. I didn't even know it existed. I mean, this came out when we graduated college because we're all kind of old people, right? So, yeah. So this came. I think.
Speak for yourself.
I gotta say, I'm old,
Well,
man.
you just
My
got older
back
this
hurts.
weekend, sir.
JR, I'm trying to not relive that, okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, 40-something, all right? I already hit the 40 club, and I'm drinking a 40 as that.
You're still younger than me.
Bro, you may be 40, but you look 20, bro.
Hey, man, I could buy a beer if I want or a pack of cigarettes,
You can even
without
be
getting carded.
You can even be a superhero, bro. You're older than 21, man. You're good.
That's
so.
right.
That's
But
right.
as Steve was saying, don't be fooled by the cover. This is a very dark series. This is a horror-themed series. But yeah, it's kind of nice to see them do these Dr. Seuss's more than once. And if you look back at the previous issues of the series, they're all $10+. So it's worth picking up for cover.
Bro, you found a couple of those in the dollar bin, bro.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Hey, I'm going to my LCS this afternoon and picking up the rest of the series. So
Nice.
Man,
Nice.
tell me how it is.
Save me some of those previews, bro.
there you go.
It's a good read. If you guys have ever seen like Wishmaster, like that cult classic, like sci-fi that's on Sci-Fi Network, like almost all the time. It's like that. Like, what if you got your a desire? Plus, Ice Cream Man's kind of like the host for a creep show.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
it's
Yeah, or Tales from the Crypt.
or Tales from the Crypt. Thank you,
Yeah,
Tales from
yeah,
the Crypt. Yep.
That creepy shriek.
Yep.
You just
That's
scare me,
exactly what it
guys.
is.
Covers over the head and everything, just like.
Yep, it's great. It's
Creep
great.
show. Yep.
Yep.
All right, and moving on to Alonzo. What you got this week, Alonzo? Thanks, Nick.
Whew, all right. So we've been anticipating Marvel Zombies for a while. So I'm very happy that Marvel's bringing them back. And, you know, spoiler alert, if you guys have read Thor #6, and I'm sure you have, you know that the Marvel Zombies are in the background. So I'm looking forward to this particular series only because I believe, based on the summary, it has more to do with the ground type heroes instead of, you know, those all powerful Avengers. I mean, we're getting ground level type situations. So I'm really looking forward to this particular series. And there's a number of covers, but I'm not going to bore you guys all. So I picked just a few only because they look great. So I love this Greg Land cover of Phoenix, and it's perfect that she's a zombie because she keeps coming back. There's also another cover that we have that is like the trio, and this is a great cover. Like, if you've seen those zombie movies, you know that they all the time show when they're all trying to get at you. So you have this image of you're lying on the ground and they're coming to get you. So I love this cover a lot. I like the fact that he used Daredevil, Elektra, and Black Widow. And then we have our last cover. And this cover is Peach. And as you know, we are all fans of Peach here at the Nerd Herd. And this is a 1 in 25. I mean, it looks great. I love the skulls and the kind of melting of their faces. So I think this is going to be the one. And again, it's a 1 in 25. Hopefully, your LCS will have this one at ratio.
I think it's actually it's a 1 in 50, right? It's a 1 in 50.
1 in 50?
I think it's 1 in 50.
Okay,
yeah,
it's a 1 in 50.
I think it is. So it's
it's not cheap.
Yeah,
It's
it's
already
not.
expensive on eBay.
It is not.
yeah.
Golden Apple had it on their page for like $200.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, $200.
So this might be a tough one to
Good
get,
luck.
you guys.
Yeah.
Do you think the LCSs are going to order 50 of these to get it?
You know what? There's a lot of
Somehow.
hype, I think. I think it's definitely possible. I know my LCS, the Comic Bug, would probably have 50 copies because there's so many variants. You know, that it wouldn't surprise me that they would have maybe 1 or 2 of these on their back wall.
Yeah, I didn't want to ask, man. I was like, I don't know if it's going to get 50, you know? Or at least our LCS. I mean, if it was independent for sure, right, Nick? You can get it,
Right.
but I don't know Marvel.
That second zombie cover though, when I see that, I think, you know, like Thriller, you know, just cue the music.
Oh, dude.
It's just steady running away from zombies, just with you know, a
That
couple of
Inyuk
numbers. Yeah.
That Thick Boy Spider-Man, the Inyuk Lee one, the first cover.
Oh yeah.
I was like, man, Spider-Man's been working out, dude.
He's been doing his squats.
Yeah.
But
Eat that
this is-
protein.
Spider-Man.
But this is Peach's world, right? Like, this is Peach is she loves horror, man.
Horror,
Like, this is,
Yeah.
you know, like if I ever get a chance to get another you know, you know, request some more art or another commission from Peach, I'm gonna ask her to do something dark, man, because this is her, you know, like she's really inspired to do stuff like this. So
Yep,
and
definitely right
that-
up her alley.
and how about that Poison Ivy one she got for DC, man?
Deceased?
Oh
Dude,
man, yeah, that one looked good
That's
too.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, them
You-
eyes.
Have you ever like seen her at shows? And like she has prints and she has like ultraviolet light and she has like underdrawing on her drawing.
What?
Oh,
saw-
wow.
I remember
crazy.
I remember seeing something. She showed that on like on Instagram on one of hers.
Yeah, the light. Yeah, she hit the light.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
that
I've
was
never, I
Because
haven't
it's
had the
like-
pleasure of meeting her in person.
neither have
Yeah,
I.
it's like she had a giant one at the New York Comic Con last year, and it was like skulls and stuff. And then
Oh,
they were like
nice.
showing us with the light, and we were like just freaking out. It's
Oh
my God,
beautiful.
really?
Oh, how awesome! What an
Yeah.
awesome experience that was.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get her to do the Sarlacc pit for me. One of
Oh my
covers.
god.
Oh,
That would be
I just
so
think she'd be
cool.
cool with that one.
Do you know her, Sweeney? Like
No. I'm a fan. I was just geeking out the whole time.
Oh man, you're
Oh,
making me
go
geek. You're
for it,
making
yeah.
me geek
Yeah.
out. We want to know more.
I'm like,
you know,
she got to see her.
she got to touch her. Smell. Oh my god.
Yeah, she was supposed to
shake
be at
her hand,
WonderCon
you know.
and several.
I bought a print, which I cherish a lot. It's
Oh,
Oh,
my
dude,
God.
you're so lucky. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we-
big fans of Peach. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And then, so we have our ultra talented guest today, Sweeney Boo, who's going to be doing our next pick.
Yeah, so I chose We Only Find Them When They're Dead. It's going to be the first issue. It's a new series with like Boom Studio. It's by Al Ewing and Simone Di Maio, which I know from my Morphin Power Rangers. I'm like super crazy with his artwork. It's like so beautiful. And this one is like about like alien gods, spaceships, human in space. It's just like crazy sci-fi and it looks just gorgeous. And all the variant covers are like insane.
Oh yeah.
My favorite is there we go. It's this one is like definitely my favorite.
It's almost Galactus
Yeah,
type.
you know what? I love the colors. This one and then
It's so ominous too.
Kind of reminds me of those. No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say like for the colors, you're totally right because you know like we know sci-fi from the 80s and it's like super like gray and like black and white and stuff. And since like Guardians of the Galaxy, everything is like just so colorful, and I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it looks awesome. Like, if you know what, if they have like a black-like version of this, and you can hang it up as a poster, oh my god.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sold. I want this.
Yeah,
It's dope.
just the trailer added to my anticipation because I had seen the covers earlier prior to kind of FOC, and I was like, wow, these covers are like vivid. The colors just pop and everything. So I was like, I'm on board. And then the 1 in 10 cover and then the wraparound cover. I mean, the trailer just set it off for me. I was like,
is it Boom that does the secret variants also? Or is that who does the secret variant covers?
I think Boom, right? Boom does.
I thought it was Boom. So look out for that too when you go out there to find this. Because I imagine that'll be beautiful too.
I just love the way it, like, you know, me, I'm a water person. I love how it looks like, you know, this gigantic person is underwater, you know, like the hair is just flowing and floating and, you know, doing whatever it wants to do, you know. It just shows how epically big this guy is too, man, with those rocks, those
oh yeah,
it's towering.
Yeah, it's dope. Well, thank you, Sweeney. We appreciate it.
Oh, of course, my pleasure.
But hey, I want to thank Sweeney Boo again for joining us. We really appreciate it, and we're totally honored for you to come on our little podcast here. And the invitation is open. When you come to San Diego, we'll take care of you. The Cutter Crew and the Team Nerd Herd. Like this is like a fraction of the Team Nerd Herd. You don't know how big we are.
Just find us at the front of the line.
Yeah, you're totally welcome to hang out with us. JR is gonna pay for your meal over at Quattros Milpas. It's on him. You know.
I'm all set.
But hey, I want to ask Alonzo to let us know what's going on with his. He has some stuff going on too with us.
I do. So there's a new segment that we have called Movies and Shows, where I review comic book related titles. So the first one I did was Warrior Nun, then Old Guard, and what we have next is Bloodshot. And then we're going to be doing some other ones as well. So there could be The Boys, who knows? But that's what we have going on for now. Over to you, Ian.
And JR, where else can they find us, homie?
You can find us as Team Nerd Herd Podcast, all one word, on Instagram and Facebook. Usually we're up there putting posts, just talking about what we should do, maybe what Alonzo's next movie you should watch is, maybe other segments that we should get Nick to do. Who knows? Figure it out. From there, what else we got, Ian?
Sweeney, where can we find you, Sweeney?
Yeah, Sweeney, where can we find you?
Well, if you look for Sweeney Boo, I'm pretty much everywhere. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook. Yeah.
I follow you on Instagram. Your stuff is awesome. I saw your miles, and I was like,
I was on your live last night. Yeah.
Oh, you were.
Yeah. I saw you drawing and everything. I'm like, oh man. I was like, I need to get some work done from her.
Hey, but Sweeney, go ahead, Alonzo.
I was gonna say you got to open up those commissions, Sweeney.
God, the pressure is real.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Get your projects done, you know?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Hey, but Sweeney, again, we totally appreciate you coming on and joining our little motley crew here. I know Rob, if he was here, he would have loved to talk to you too. And I just want to say again, like I appreciate what you do for young women. Like they
Thank you.
need
Thank you.
need that.
Thank
They
you so
really
much.
need
For
that.
sure. Thank you.
You know. So, but in closing, Sweeney, you want to send us off?
Si tu veux le faire correctement, collectionne ce que tu veux.
Boom.
That's perfect.
Thanks, guys.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you.